Okay, if you are just so tired of sorting through all the old, outdated advice on how to make money online, you have come to the right place. Today, we are going to cut right through all that noise with a totally modern framework for 2026. This is based on the insights of Venture Studio founder Dan Martell, and it's designed to give you a really clear path forward. I'm willing to bet this quote hits home for a lot of you. With the rise of AI, the entire game has changed. Those old strategies, they just don't cut it anymore. So let's get real about what actually works today. So here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to start by busting a huge myth. Then I'll introduce you to a simple 4-bucket framework you can use for every single opportunity. We'll walk through each level, pinpoint the one trap that stops pretty much everyone, and then wrap up with the real key to success. All right, first things first. The biggest myth we absolutely have to bust is this idea that what worked 5 or even 2 years ago is gonna work today. It's just not true. Why? Because AI tools are now faster, cheaper, and way better at so many of the tasks that used to be the backbone of online businesses. A lot of that old advice is now, frankly, totally obsolete. So how in the world do you navigate this brand new landscape? Well, that's where this simple but really powerful framework comes in. We're going to categorize every single online money-making opportunity into one of 4 buckets. Just think of this as your new updated map.
And here it is, the whole framework at a glance. Crash, easy, medium, and hard. See, each one has a different income potential, a different timeline to actually see profit, and it's designed for a totally different kind of person. Really getting this, is the key to choosing the right path for you.
Okay, so let's dig in and start by looking at the first 2 buckets. First, we'll figure out what you need to avoid like the plague, that's the trash bucket, and then we'll jump into the fastest way to get your first win, and that's the easy bucket.
The trash bucket, it's just full of ideas that are the wrong vehicle for the journey. You can put in a ton of effort, you can work yourself to the bone, but you're just gonna sink because the model itself is broken. And the income potential here, it's not just zero, it can actually be negative. You can lose money. And this bucket is filled with some names you'll probably recognize. NFT flipping, that hype train has left the station. Basic captioning and data entry, AI does that stuff instantly now, for almost free. And things like day trading or MLMs, let's be honest, it's way easier to lose money than to make it. All of these are a total waste of your time.
So, how do you avoid falling into one of these traps yourself? Easy. Just run any idea you have through the simple 3-question filter. If you answer yes to even one of these, that's your signal to move on, immediately. All right, enough about what not to do. Let's talk about the easy bucket, because this is where you should start. Now, the goal here isn't to get rich overnight. It's about getting that first dollar online, building some real confidence, and learning how to actually work with clients. You can realistically get paid within 30 to 60 days.
And just look at these opportunities. Everybody from small businesses to big creators needs these services. Think about it. Short-form video editing is in massive demand because every brand wants to be on TikTok and Reels. An AI receptionist, that can save a local dentist hundreds of hours a year. You're selling a clear, incredibly valuable service.
Okay, so once you've built some momentum in that easy bucket, it is time to level up. Now that we know what to avoid and where to start, let's look at how you scale that initial success. And this next step, it's all about scaling. Not just your income, but your ambition too.
And this right here, this is the crucial difference. In the easy bucket, you're paid for doing tasks. In the medium bucket, you get paid for delivering outcomes. You're not just following instructions anymore, you're solving real revenue and growth problems for a business. It's a huge shift. The medium bucket is for people who already have a skill and are looking for more stability and scale. The income potential jumps up a lot here because you're tying what you do directly to a business's results. And you can get there in about a year. The opportunities here, as you can see, are a little more complex. You're not just editing one video, you're building an entire AI-powered content agency. You're not just posting on LinkedIn, you're building a whole growth system that generates leads for a CEO while they sleep. This is where you become a strategic partner. And finally, we get to the hard bucket. This is the big leagues. This is not about creating an income stream for yourself anymore. This is about building a real, tangible asset. This is where you build an empire. And that takes systems, leadership, and a true long-term mindset. And we have to be realistic about the timeline. You don't get that massive growth of a hockey stick without the long, flat part at the beginning. This journey can take anywhere from 2 to 10 years, sometimes more. but the payoff can be absolutely life-changing.
The plays in this bucket are all about one word: leverage. You're investing, you're building software, you're buying other businesses, or you're creating intellectual property, like an AI playbook that teaches a specific process that you can license over and over again. You're building something that works for you, an asset that somebody else might actually want to buy someday.
But here's the thing, and this is so important. Choosing the right bucket and having the right idea, it's still not enough. There is one massive giant trap that derails more entrepreneurs than anything else. So you could have the perfect plan, right? The perfect market, the perfect skill set. But what is the #1 reason you are still likely to fail?
It's this right here, shiny object syndrome. You know what I'm talking about. Most people don't fail because their idea was bad or in the wrong bucket. They fail because they switch buckets. They chase a new idea every few weeks. And every single time you switch, you reset all of your progress right back to zero.
So, if distraction is the ultimate business killer, then what's the antidote? Well, it's not complicated, but it does require a deep, deep commitment to one single path. The antidote is 1,000. 1,000 days of focused, consistent execution on one path in one bucket. That's a little less than 3 years. It's really just about staying in the game long enough to actually see the rewards. And here are 2 simple, really actionable steps to make that happen. First, you have to make the 1,000-day commitment to yourself. And second, document your journey publicly. Building in public creates this incredible accountability, and it keeps you moving forward, especially when things get tough. So the bottom line is really this. You can do anything you want, but you absolutely cannot do everything. This framework gives you the clarity you need to choose a path. The only real question left is, what will you commit to?